Delaha, Chutage ne Nushling, Talawa de ni Haun Quet Chusney Nushling. Hello, my name is Forrest James. I'm a citizen or tribal member of the Talawa Dene Nation located on the Oregon and California coastal border. Today, we see more and more tribes treating broadband as a natural resource, treating spectrum as a natural resource, as a means to an end, really to be able to enable their citizens, their community members, to be able to have remote medical consultation, to be able to attend school remotely. Since the pandemic hit, we've seen communities suffer 10 times what they did before the pandemic due to a lack of resources.
We weren't prepared for the closure of tribal business, the tribal education system, working from home.
There was a lot of plans that laid out how kids were going to stay connected to school and how you were still going to be able to go and get your medical services, but all of those were linked to this idea that everyone's connected to the internet.
So many kids, basically went close to a year without any kind of educational assistance or instruction.
I have a teaching credential, but it was still difficult to work with my children, not only because of the material, but because of the way that we were receiving the material.
We felt very disconnected, not able to provide services in an efficient way. The other issue really is how do you manage a functioning federal government when you don't have the infrastructure to work remotely?
More and more tribes have decided to stop waiting on local providers, so the broadband providers, the cell phone companies, to reinvest universal service funds back into the community and simply provide the service themselves.
Making sure that we connected our communities and our people to the technology for basic services that they need. We saw that as being a huge gap for us, and so we made a really hard push.
I was tasked, being the IT guy, with finding the quickest way to have broadband internet in the Hoopa Valley.
In order to get this project off the ground, the Hoopa Valley tribe as well as the public utilities had to select a contractor. And so PUD has contracted with EnerTribe, who has been instrumental in helping us develop and further this goal.
EnerTribe helps plan, fund, and build telecommunications or broadband infrastructure for tribes. Over the past 12 years, we've helped fund over $250 million in infrastructure for indigenous communities.
Fortunately for us, we've had some internal vision through our IT department, but we've also had the external guidance from EnerTribe.
We had to work with EnerTribe to help design it. We partnered with the state to help fund certain aspects of it.
We look at broadband as an essential utility, as one of the foundational parts of the infrastructure that needs to serve a community so that communities all over California can thrive.
To state and federal agencies, EnerTribe serves as a resource for project stabilization, so we help bring in the funds and then help operate the projects.
It's been several months working on this site. We had to do a lot of groundwork. Part of the challenges that we faced was taking an old, outdated system that was built just with the funds available to supply a need and take that to the next state-of-the-art level.
Back in 2017, the Karuk tribe built a wireless internet service provider by the name of Anchupan, or in Karuk that means talking line. The goal of Anchupan was to simply solve a dire problem of being able to call 911.
Telephone service fails on a regular basis, even landline service.
We don't see a lot of job opportunities that come through Orleans, but having the ability to get online marketing, it might bring other things to the community that wasn't actually available.
If we had better communication, that would make this place a lot more attractive.
Once the Karuk tribe brought internet into the community, residents moved back, businesses were created. The tribal government was able to solve a problem that the local broadband providers weren't able to do. Another example is the Yurok tribe. The Yurok tribe started a wireless internet service provider about 10 years ago, again, simply to solve a major issue.
Lack of cell service communication is always a big problem here on the reservation.
This last year has been really hard because our students do not have good internet access.
They built an internet service provider to service approximately 84-mile stretch of their reservation.
The tribe really stepped forward and leaned into it because we know that if we come together and work as a whole community, whether you're from the state or the federal government, that a lot of good things can happen.
We couldn't be any more ecstatic about where we are. It's almost exponential, the growth that has happened in our telecommunication systems so that we could actually functionally run a productive federal government.
Whether it's participating in telehealth appointments or online education or e-commerce opportunities, the benefits are really endless.
The Hoopa tribe is the largest tribal reservation landmass in the state of California. With approximately 2,700 residents in the community, they too needed to find a solution that would bring communications, to bring broadband to their citizens. So the tribal government set out and built a wireless internet service provider by the name of Acorn Wireless.
Acorn Wireless is a division of the Hoopa Valley Public Utilities set forth to accomplish the task of broadband and wireless internet services. Once that
system was put in, we were able to get on Zooms and not be chopped up or cut off. So it was kind of our first experience with being able to use the internet like everybody else does.
We're finally providing a means for our community to move into the future and be where we should be.
I think broadband is going to be an added feature to this tribe that would make it a lot more prosperous.
We have an abundance of natural resources, but what we don't have and we're looking forward to is having better communications.
In all three of these cases, the Karuk, the Yurok, the Hoopa, they are simply trying to solve problems, and when we see tribal governments reinvest in their own infrastructure, who better to do that?
This is it's a nexus of technology and culture that is going to be able to allow us the ability to grow and expand.
It's already had a huge impact on our communities now and into the future. It's not good enough for this council or this tribe for us to get caught up, but we want to break ground for the future and we want to be on the cutting edge of technology.
I would hope that the public utilities will be able to expand our services. So we'd like to work with education, all the tribal businesses, our communities, and expand out into other branches.
And we're providing for ourselves right now, but big picture for us, we want to see how we can help and assist off the reservation as a potential business too, and at the same time, providing a good resource here at home at Yurok country.
Suddenly, tribes throughout the United States are playing a regional role in how this broadband infrastructure is being built, how it's being carried out, and why.
We are so excited that we were able to be here and witness this, but we understand that there's a long haul. This is about hope for what we're going to become.
There was a lot of hard work, a lot of lost sleep, but it's something that I know will benefit this community for generations, and I'm really proud and thankful to have the partnerships and to have the experience that I'm having helping this community. It means a lot to me.